Geek, Citadel.
Basic game review is intended for simpler titles than say an RPG or open world title. It's to give you the gist of what the game is about because the first couple of hours of the game is more than likely the structure of the game as a whole. There are enough reviews about Superhot that I didn't even want to make a review about it. So I just want to touch on my feelings about the game and what kind of experience it gave me. Superhot is a game where you slow down time. Alright, you don't necessarily slow down time. Time is always slowed down until you move. So you pick up a weapon, you throw it at a guy, time moves appropriately with how fast that weapon is moving. The same works for guns. As soon as someone shoots something at all, bullets fly through the air very slowly and time will move slowly even if you're not moving. So at that point you have to adjust. Do you want to make a move to grab the gun on the ground, which will speed up time at least for a 1 second, which could get you killed, or do you want to throw your bottle while you're moving to the side to get out of the way? There's a lot of different variables in this game that keeps it fresh and engrossing, and later on you get to teleport between different people. It's awesome. It's awesome. And the idea of Superhot is great. Too bad it only lasts for like 2 hours, and I don't know why it costs $29. That's the real question. But it has an endless mode, so you can continue to keep playing no matter what and just play and play and play to your heart's content with never-ending enemies that come out of different areas of the game. My thing about Superhot that I like the most is that it gives me an experience that I haven't had in an FPS. And what it makes me think of is like, oh my goodness, you can do away with QuickTime events now. Like, QuickTime events are no longer necessary because Superhot came up with a formula to keep you engrossed in the action and also make it so it seems like you're an ultimate badass like James Bond or Nathan Drake jumping from like a moving train or whatever. So it's like one of those things where I was like, oh man, I can imagine where you were playing a James Bond game and you're running around and you're shooting dudes like blah 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 blah, and then out of nowhere where there would be like a quick time event or something that would be a cinematic, instead the game just freezes and you're like super hot. You have a super hot moment. So then you slowly try to get James Bond out of the most dangerous situation. You're fighting a dude, knocking a gun out of his hand, taking his gun, shooting another guy, all in the Superhot's gameplay structure. And then when it all speeds back up, you switch to third person, you see everything that you did as a character in fast motion. And then it puts you right back in the game. And I'm like, oh man, this game has made action moments possible instead of us just watching them in QuickTime events. And that's amazing. That's worth the 29 or whatever, $25 that this game costs almost itself. Not really, but you know, as a gamer, we are stingy. We gotta have the price value, and honestly it's just a 2-hour game. But when the price drops, definitely pick up Superhot. It's definitely a game where you are like, oh, I'm engrossed in this world and what I'm doing, and after you complete those actions and you watch a guy just killing dudes back and forth, smooth as hell, you're like, this was great. This is a great idea. I can imagine like Batman doing this. You jump down into a bunch of dudes and you just bam, 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 knocking dudes out left and right, trying to avoid getting killed. Kung Fu game, make a Jackie Chan game. You can roll over stuff, jump out of trains, you know, pick up a trash can, hit a dude with it, then a whip and slap another guy, throw him into his buddy, and then it speeds up and you watch it in real time and it looks like a Kung Fu movie. If there's anything that could be said about Superhot, it is a great prototype for what can be done in later action games, and I'm extraordinarily excited to see what will happen because it's definitely going to be copied. So when other game developers come and snatch it up, I'm just excited for what can happen. So I didn't want to do a Superhot review, and we're reaching the 5-minute point here, but I thank you guys for watching. If you guys have ever played Superhot, let me know what you guys feel about Superhot. Put it down in the comments, and maybe I can put you at the end of the next video. Okay guys, see you later. Peace.